News editor Erin Hill. Erin, how are you doing?
Great. Good to see you, Sharon.
Great to see you. So glad you're here. I want to talk to you about the latest in Meghan's legal case against Associated Newspapers, publisher of the Mail on Sunday, of course. Quick summary here. Last October, Meghan filed a lawsuit seeking damages against the British tabloid for publishing excerpts of a, quote, private and confidential letter she sent to her father, Thomas Markle, back in August 2018. Then last Thursday, People magazine was actually mentioned in Meghan's latest legal filing as a, quote, US media outlet. The Duchess is trying to stop what, according to her, is an attempt by Associated Newspapers to release the names of 5 friends who spoke to People magazine last year for a cover story. So, Erin, first let's remind our viewers about that February 2019 cover story. Broad strokes, what was it about? What did Meghan's 5 anonymous friends have to say? And how did it lead to where we are now?
Yeah, these are a group of 5 women who are make up her inner circle, and they decided to come together in February 2019 and break their silence after a couple years of not speaking out, and they wanted to stand up against what they saw was the global bullying that they were seeing that was happening to their friend, and they were especially worried as she was expecting her first child at the time, and they no longer wanted to sit back and have her endure these lies and its truths and the issues she was facing from the UK tabloids alone. It was also in this story that one of the friends revealed that Meghan had sent her father a letter a couple of months after the royal wedding. And after it was published in People, Thomas Markle, her father, then released the letter to the Mail on Sunday, who published it, which then prompted Meghan's lawsuit for alleged misuse of private information, copyright infringement, and the breach of the Data Protection Act. So that's how we got to where we are.
Yeah, and I know in that article, there's a quote, after the wedding, she wrote him a letter. She's like, Dad, I'm so heartbroken. I love you. I have one father. Please stop victimizing me through the media so we can repair our relationship, right?
Yeah, it's clear that Meghan was under a lot of stress right after the wedding. We know it was well publicized, the issues she had with her father in terms of whether he was going to come to the wedding. The fact that there was the issue of this alleged staged paparazzi photos right before. So it was a time of turmoil, and she was clearly upset by the statements she was seeing in the media.
Okay, now, Erin, just to be clear here, People magazine did not publish the Thomas Markle letter in that cover story. It was only published by the Mail on Sunday, correct?
Correct. The letter was just referred to by one of the friends, but was not published by People.
All right, now let's talk about this latest filing from Meghan's legal team. Now, as we mentioned, Meghan is trying to block Associated Newspapers from releasing the names of these anonymous 5 friends, referring to this potential revealing of the names. A People royal source close to Meghan recently said, quote, we argue that it's an attempt to intimidate the Duchess and her friends in her ongoing lawsuit against their newspaper's unlawful behavior. So, Erin, can you explain how Associated Newspapers got these 5 names to begin with and what their position is here? Why do they want to release the names? Why do they think they have the right to?
Yeah, so the names of these 5 anonymous friends were actually provided to the judge and to the newspaper by Meghan's legal team in confidence for its defense as part of the court process. Now, those close to the Sussex legal team say that they actually heard from Associated Newspapers lawyers and were put on notice that the confidential list of names should be properly reportable by the media. And they were allegedly warned that if there was no response from Meghan's lawyers, they would assume that the names of the women were no longer confidential. Now, the Mail on Sunday spokesman issued a statement and said that they had no intention of publishing the identities, yet they maintain that that evidence is at the heart of the case, and they see no reason why the identities should be kept secret. So there is back and forth between those two teams right now, whether those names should be revealed.
Interesting. And as we said earlier, part of Meghan's filing includes a strongly worded statement from the Duchess herself. I just want to read a few lines from it. These 5 women are not on trial, and nor am I. The publisher of the Mail on Sunday is the one on trial. Each of these women is a private citizen, young mother, and each has a basic right to privacy. The Mail on Sunday to expose them in the public domain for no reason other than clickbait and commercial gain is vicious and poses a threat to their emotional and mental well-being. Mail on Sunday is playing a media game with Real Lives. Powerful stuff. So, Erin, how would you sum up Meghan's position here? Why is it so important for her to protect the identities of her friends?
Yeah, and this is something that she sadly knows all too well. You know, the issue of being treated unfairly and having your name out there in the press. And the last thing she wants is for these friends who spoke up to defend her to be, you know, out there publicly. That was never the intention. She wants to protect them from a lot of the issues that she's facing herself. And, you know, it's clear that while this letter is certainly at the heart of this case, you know, Meghan has dealt with issues with the UK media since she first stepped into the royal fold as Harry's girlfriend. So this is a tough blow and something that she wouldn't want her friends to have to face.
Understandable. And finally, what's really at stake here, would you say? And has there been any talk of how the court is leaning?
Yeah, this is Meghan's chance to really defend herself against the UK tabloids. It's something that she has felt unprotected by since the beginning, and she feels like she has, you know, a real legal stance here, and certainly her legal team does as well. And it's too early to tell where this is going to lean. She did face one pushback so far in these sort of early preliminary trials. The judge rules to strike out some of her claims following an application by the Mail of Sunday to have them removed. But that doesn't sort of set the tone for what's to come. So we're still months away from this, you know, developing any further. Still in the preliminary stages with a lot of back and forth, setting the tone for the trial.